going to take that right now.
Okay, thanks.
In the car.
So did they stay?
All four stayed and one fled.
And so that led you here?
That led us here, just down the road here a little bit. The car was pulled over, individual jumped out the car and ran into the woods here.
So, I mean, so you staged here to try to find him? Is that what all the police presence was?
Police presence was for that. We set up a perimeter, called in extra officers, 2 SWAT teams, Catawba County STAR team, and the Hickory Police Department's Special Operations team came out to assist.
And you did not apprehend the suspect?
He's not apprehended at this time. We're continuously to look for him. I don't have his name right here, but we do have a name. We do have warrants for the individual.
And so the search still continues for this?
The search is still ongoing. We do have the Marshal Service helping us as well.
If y'all want to join in, y'all can.
Okay, sure, certainly.
So he won't have to do it twice.
Ask a couple questions.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So he'll probably have to circle back.
Yeah,
but the other individuals in the car, were they charged with anything?
There was a couple of weapons in the car, some handguns in the car. They were charged. Maybe 1 or 2 of them were convicted felons, so they were charged with possession of firearm by felon.
So just running back, there were 5 individuals in the car.
5 individuals in the car. 1 jumped out, and that was the one that is missing right now. Yes, sir.
And the other, did you determine what they were doing that made the residents call in?
As of right now, it was a suspicious person call. Unknown what their motives were later on. If we stop something from happening, which appears to be with all the weapons in the car, and then them not wanting to stop for us, or one individual not wanting to stop for us. So,
did the individual pull over immediately during the traffic stop?
They did pull over for the traffic stop, and that's when the officers were communicating with them, and then the one jumps out of the car and runs when they were getting him out of the car.
So it had nothing to do with this business right here?
Nothing to do with any of the businesses around, no, sir.
What about the workers and the people here at this building? Were they told to shelter in place?
So what we did, yes, we contact all the local businesses, let them shelter in place. They did contact their employees that were possibly coming on, because all this started around 1 o'clock this morning. So they did around 4 o'clock when the new shift was coming in. They stopped them from coming in for a while, and then eventually, once we knew subject wasn't around this area, it was further out, they were allowed to bring people in.
There is a threat still out there, you think?
The threat may still be out there because this individual is out there. I'll just say we do have a firearm that we suspect to be the firearm that the gentleman was carrying. So we did locate that as we were doing our search through the woods.
What are you telling residents that are around here?
As we were telling them earlier, as we were talking to folks, just be mindful. If you see something, say something. As always, keep your doors locked, keep your cars locked. And if you see an individuals or suspicious folks running around your community, call the police.
How much more manpower are you going to put to apprehending this guy today? What's going on?
We're going to continue. So everybody that's working, those that were working last night and yesterday, obviously we'll send them home. But those that are working today, we'll keep them looking. And the U.S. Marshal Service is here to assist us as well. And they have a good team out there to help us out.
Yeah, we saw a pretty large response. Marion Police as well as Conover and Catawba County Sheriff's.
Pretty much all the local agencies around came out to assist us. So we appreciate all those agencies that come out.
So sorry to ask a couple questions. I'm sure you've already answered at this point, but can you tell us where this started, what exactly the nature of this
Yes, ma'am.
was? Yeah.
So about maybe right around 1 o'clock this morning, Newton Police Department gets a call with suspicious males. Several black males were walking behind the residence, and the residents called the police department about that being suspicious, which obviously 1 o'clock in the morning, somebody walking behind your house, I would think that would be suspicious for our community and our residents to call in for.
So then how did it go from a suspicious person's call to what we saw today?
Right. So what it turned out, when the officers got there, they got a vehicle description and everything, so we put that information out to all the local agencies. Catawba County, I believe the Catawba County Sheriff's Office initiated a traffic stop on the individuals just down the road here, and that's where they pulled the car over. Several of the subjects were compliant except for the one that jumped out and ran.
Was the one that jumped out, were they driving? Do we know? Or
He was a passenger in the back of the back seat. Yes, ma'am.
And the 4 other individuals?
4 others stayed there.
Were they questioned?
They were questioned. Like I said, 1 or 2 of them were convicted felons, and they had firearms on them, so they were charged with that as well. One individual that jumped and run from the car, he went into the woods, got probably about 30 or so yards into the woods and fired on the officers that were pursuing him.
Okay. Do we know about how many shots at this point, or is
One shot.
that one shot towards
Yes.
the officers?
Yes.
Did any officer return fire?
No officers returned fire. Nobody was hurt. As of that, don't know if the subject that ran, don't know what his status is now, if he was hurt by anything. But
We saw helicopters circling as well. Was that just to monitor the situation, or could you?
we called State Highway Patrol in, and they got here this morning to help with the search. So they helped us out tremendously. As always, we appreciate them as well for coming out from Raleigh to help us with the air support.
You know about how many agencies were involved in this right offhand?
I would say at least a half a dozen, at least 6 that I know of. That's including federal, state, and local agencies.
Will you be having mugshots of these guys available?
We will put a press release out here in a little bit. I got to go back to the office. We've been out here since 1 o'clock, so I'm gonna get my bearings together, and then I'll go back to the office and we'll get a press release together in coordination with the Marshal Service as well, because I know they do want to put a reward out there as well.